All right, let's talk about social campaign structure and nomenclature today. So I'm going to approach this from the perspective of someone who might be already involved in paid search advertising, so something like Google AdWords or Bing Ads. So in search, what we do is we base all of our campaign naming around keywords because that's what we're targeting. We're targeting keywords, so we name after keywords. So for this example, you might have a campaign called HR software, and then you might have an ad group called HRIS software, applicant tracking software, startup HR software, for instance. And then underneath each of those ad groups, you'd have a few very tightly themed keywords, something like, track applicants, how to track company applicants, that sort of thing. So of course, coming from that perspective where you're targeting keywords, and so you name after keywords, when you move it into social, where you're targeting based on an audience, of course you name after your audience, right? Well, the problem that I see most of the time is I see a lot of people who are naming their campaigns White Paper 1, White Paper 2, 2015 webinar, maybe there's a 2013 webinar in there somewhere. This is wrong, you don't want to do it, and I'm going to explain why. When you're doing social advertising, name your campaigns and, as applicable, like on Facebook ads, your ad sets, after the actual audience that you're targeting. So for instance, this same type of business, I might name my audience after HR directors in the United States, HR VPs in the United States, maybe HR managers who are in kind of small to medium-sized company sizes. This makes sense. This keeps a super clean account. And then, of course, the added bonus when you're in analytics later and you're looking through your campaigns, you're going to know exactly like the types of people that are driving that traffic. Okay. So the reason why you want to do this is you're building history. If you have one campaign, let's say it's like this one, HR directors in the US, you build one campaign for a long time, and that means, of course, you're probably still going to be pushing people to a white paper, maybe White Paper 2, maybe a webinar. What you do is you pause the ad that is expired. So after you come out with White Paper number 2, you create ads for White Paper 2, you pause the old ones for White Paper 1 in the same campaign. So that one campaign is evergreen, it lives forever, and you're just changing the ad copy and the offer inside of that campaign. So you have one campaign that's running for a long time, it's evergreen, it's building really strong history. That means every single time that you launch a new ad, the ad platform, whichever one you're using, is looking at that going, okay, we don't know how this new ad's going to perform, but the last ad's performed really well, so we're going to give this one a boost. Give it more impressions, give it more of a chance for success. So this history comes in the form of a lot of different words. So on Facebook, it's called relevance score. LinkedIn, it's called relevancy score. On Twitter, it's called quality adjusted bid. Don't know why. AdWords, it's called quality score. So these are the words that we tend to use. Your relevancy score, your relevance score, your quality score, they're generally based off of a variety of factors, but most heavily, they're weighted towards click-through rate. When you make the ad platform more money more often than other people, they raise your score, which allows them to charge you less and show you more often. You're making them money more often. With Twitter ads specifically, the recency plays almost as heavy an effect as the CTR. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with Twitter ads. So what you're doing here is you're avoiding this deal where you have 6 tiny new campaigns. So each one of these campaigns runs for just as long as you have that white paper or this webinar running. And then as soon as it's done, you kill it. And now you have all of these dead campaigns that are sitting there mucking up your whole account structure. And it gets in the way of your reporting. So keep it really clean. Start with nomenclature like this, where you're naming your audiences, pause old ads, launch new ones, and you're going to have the best take at a quality score, best chance of success, and then a lot more ease in reporting. I am AJ Wilcox with B2 Linked. Here's my email address if you ever want to reach out. Here's our website, and I'm on Twitter at WilcoxAJ. Thanks so much.